If you don't use Adagio OrderEntry or Invoices to enter item sales to customers, these may alternatively be entered as shipments in Adagio Inventory. To open Shipment Transaction Entry, either click the Shipments button on the toolbar, or from the Transactions menu and the Shipments submenu, select Enter Shipments. This screen has a list of all shipments that have been entered or imported and have not yet been posted. This grid supports filters to display only those shipments that meet defined criteria, or assign color to rows, such as by date or location or other methods. When you want to locate a specific shipment and this list is long, a Find button allows typing in the number or using a Smart Finder search to get it. If you want to create a new shipment that is like one already listed, the Copy button will start a new transaction with all information carried over, which can be edited prior to saving and posting. If you select one or more consecutive shipments on the grid, a Listing button is available to print a report with relevant transaction information. To view a shipment without making changes, you may click the View button to open the screen in inquiry mode. Or instead, use the Inquiries menu to open the entire shipments list as view only. Or click the Edit button to make changes to a shipment. Or click the New button to start a new shipment. Many of these buttons are controlled by security to allow access to some but not others. And when a shipment is edited, no other user can edit or post it at the same time. Each shipment entry has information at the top general to the transaction. There is a reference value, which must be unique and can be automatically generated using a predefined reference format in the company profile. The location is strictly a default for new items and does not have to be used. A customer code can be optionally selected from the list maintained in Adagio Receivables, either from the Customer field or the Customer Find button, which allows locating the customer by information other than the customer number, and also loads the contact. An optional reason code or description may be entered if you want to include a comment for the purpose of the transaction. Transaction optional fields defined in the company profile appear here for use. And if Adagio Doc Store is integrated, you may attach and view PDFs directly on the transaction. At the bottom of the entry screen is a grid where you enter or adjust item details. When adding a new item, either type in or select the item number, or use the item find process to search for items by either number or description. The location from which the item will be shipped can also be changed from the default. Enter the quantity shipped and the unit of measure it was received in, which defaults from the item's pricing unit of measure. You can enter a negative quantity shipped to process a return. The unit price will default from the item's base price and may be changed. Item cost is only for display unless the item uses the user-specified costing method. If the selected item supports serial numbers, the defined number will appear at the bottom of the screen, and the quantity shipped will be limited to exactly 1. Access item inquiry with or without sales and costs, depending on security group setup, to view information about the selected item during transaction entry. Click OK to save the item, and continue adding more details as needed, with the user preference option to auto add details, enabled to bring up the new detail screen until you are finished with entry. When entry is finished, click the OK button to save the transaction. The shipment is not immediately posted to change the item quantity and cost, but instead is saved to allow for validation and confirmation, perhaps from the listing report. When these transactions are ready to be committed to inventory, select one or more shipments from the grid and click the Post button, which when confirmed will update item quantity and costs, write records to inventory history and general ledger transactions, and generate entries for the shipment audit list report that can be printed by posting sequence number. If you use Adagio Invoices with inventory items, then invoices and credit notes posted there will write to a file to bring into inventory. In the Invoices company profile, you may choose to either import the file using the default shipments template, with an optional choice to immediately post the shipments after importing, or retrieve the file using the maintenance procedure and retrieve shipments, which will bring in the shipments but not post them. If you use Adagio Job Cost to track costs and revenue for customer jobs, shipments can be marked as job-related, so that item details can be set to associate with a selected job estimate. When shipments related to jobs are posted, this will create information available for retrieval into a cost batch in Job Cost, with cost of sale amounts from the shipment details. Maintain item quantity and cost information by entering customer shipments. Find out more about Adagio from the product page on our website. Watch another training video on this Adagio program from the playlist, or subscribe to the Adagio YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.